The darkest truth about our earthly experience is that this world is not neutral. This world is just bad. It's not neutral. Like, it doesn't depend on how you view things. A lot of people seem to believe that it actually depends on how you view things. On some level it does, but not on every level. Let me give you an example. If you're in a relationship with a person who has bad intentions, but they are treating you nicely to gain your trust, you are in a bad relationship. Just because they're treating you nicely doesn't mean that you're not in a bad relationship. You understand? So, yes, if you believe that you're in a good relationship, your experience in that relationship will seem good. So that's what I mean when I say on some level, it does depend on how you view things, right? So yeah, on some level, your experience here does depend on how you view things. But that doesn't mean that you're not having a negative experience. That does not mean that you're not in a hell room. It just means that you are naive. You're not as conscious as you can be as a sentient being, meaning that there are a lot of things that you are not able to see. There are a lot of things that you're not able to understand. Like, you still have a long way to go. You still have a long way to go. You must be able to see that a world where people are born without their consent, that's bad. Like, that's automatically bad. Like, that shouldn't be up for debate, right? If you take people if you kidnap people and put them in a place where they didn't ask to be put in, like, even if some people think that it's a good place, that's bad. You shouldn't even be able to do that. So that's a red flag there. The way we are brought here is actually a red flag. That should already make you suspicious. Like, if that doesn't make you suspicious, I don't know what will. The fact that you were born here without your consent should make you suspicious. It's a red flag. And now you are expected to love this world, right? You are expected. If you don't, you have issues. You see, the world is perfect. It can never like, it's not bad. It can never be bad. You have to view the world as if it's good. If you don't, you have problems and you need help. You mustn't think, hey, but what if I'm having a negative experience? If you ever think that, then you need help. You must be you must be forced to think that the world is good. If that's not a red flag to you, I don't know. Like, sometimes you just need to think. Some things are just obvious, man. I ain't calling this a hell room because I'm having a negative experience and all. Listen, there are people that I'm doing way better than, who think this is not a hell room. So this has a lot to do with my level of awareness than my experience itself, right? Or my inability to find happiness. Someone can be like, maybe you don't know how to be happy. You don't know, you haven't found a hobby on, like, it has nothing. Look, I do have fun. sometimes. It's not even that, it's just truth. Today I'm going to talk about the dark side of truth, the dark side of seeing things as they actually are, because we're in a world that is actually negative. We're having a negative experience for real. So that means that if you're seeing the truth, you're seeing negativity. You see, you are not being fooled, basically. So if you were in a relationship with the person that I was describing, a person who has bad intentions but who's treating you well because they want to gain your trust, you already know that that person is bad. They have bad intentions. So your experience in that relationship won't be good because you can see the truth, right? So I'm going to talk about the dark side of seeing the truth in a world that is actually bad. Ever noticed that the people who function in this world, are able to like function, do things, become successful, are people who think we're having a positive experience. If someone is a Christian, they believe that God has their back, God loves them, everyone who goes against them will be punished by God and all of that. They tend to like thrive, like they do what needs to be done to succeed. They don't think a lot, they just do because there's something that they believe in, that they feel is got their back, and they believe that this experience itself is necessary. So it's a positive experience because it's necessary. So they tend to function well, right? It's rare to find a Christian who's depressed. I mean, the people do get depressed, but like a Christian who really believes in Jesus, it's rare to find them, like depressed because of the lies that they believe. You see, like if you believe the lie, you probably feel good and you function better. Just like if you're in a relationship with a person who has bad intentions, if you believe their lies, you're going to perform better in that relationship than if you don't. You see, because if you don't, you'll always be suspicious. Like, oh, is today the day that they're going to turn their backs on me? Is today the day that they're going to betray me? So you won't even be able to love them the way that you would love them if you didn't believe the lies. I mean, if you believe the lies, like if you believe the lies, you will not be. If you believe the lies, you'd be able to love them. But if you don't believe the lies, you wouldn't be able to love them. So a lot of people who are unable to see the truth about this world, they function better than those who are able to see the truth. A lot of people who told me that they were depressed, when I sit down with them and have a conversation with them, they tell me things that are true, and I'll be like, what's going on here? I have never met a person who's depressed who tells me lies about what's making them depressed. Like they tell you the truth about their lives, about how other people are treating them and how they view life, and you'll be like, Ish, unfortunately what you're telling me is the truth, so I don't know what to say. Because what you're telling me is actually the truth. It's not like you are lying. You're actually telling me things that are actually real. And a lot of people who are happy are delusional. Like they'll be telling you things that don't make sense, and you'll be like, what? You still believe that? So that made me ask myself, if the only way to enjoy your experience here is by telling yourself lies, is by being delusional, basically, to tell yourself what you want to believe until you suffer for not seeing the truth. So you only suffer when the truth prevails. So the whole time you'll be telling yourself lies, just like if you're in a relationship with a person who has bad intentions and you're unable to see that. So in that relationship you will enjoy because you're telling yourself that that person has good intentions. So you enjoy until they betray you. So that's when you suffer. But if you know the truth the whole time, you might suffer every day in that relationship because you already know the truth. You already know they don't love you. So you already feel alone in that relationship. You already feel unsafe in that relationship. So the question becomes, is it better to live a lie even if that truth is going to prevail in the end and you're going to suffer, or to live in truth every day and suffer, but in the end you'll be liberated, meaning that you will avoid danger? And some people might ask, what kind of danger can we expect in this world? Because people who believe lies die, people who live in truth also die. So what kind of danger? What do you think you're going to deal with in the afterlife? There's been so many people who reported that in the afterlife, sometimes you meet the people that you know, like your loved ones, the people who have passed away already. My father has passed away last year, meaning that I would meet someone like him and he will welcome me. I will meet my spirit guides, I'll be shown where I made mistakes and all of that. Some people report that they have those kind of experiences. But some of them also say that's not even like if you meet your father, that's not really your father. It's just the archons, the demons that are pretending to be your father so that they can manipulate you, right? Even your spirit guides are not really your spirit guides. They want you to reincarnate back here, so they're trying to manipulate you so that you will want to come back. They will show you your life story and be like, you shouldn't have broken up with that girl, you shouldn't have said this to your mom that day, you shouldn't have taken this path. But being a human is about making mistakes, period. Like, you will make mistakes. So you end up reincarnating. So that could be the danger. You find that because you're operating in a very low level of consciousness, you are easy to manipulate. Just like people are being manipulated here in this room now, by fake prophets. You can see that this guy is performing just tricks, right? It's not real, but people believe that it's real. So if you're not operating in truth, the danger is that you will be easy to manipulate. But if you live in truth, you will ask questions, even in the afterlife. You will be suspicious because already you can see something is going on that is not good. Yeah, so obviously you deal with a lot even in the afterlife to even wake up and be free, because this can't be freedom. You can see that this is not freedom. You are not free as a human. It just seems like you are free. You are as free as they want you to be. As soon as your freedom signals the danger for them, they will have a problem. Do you understand? The people who actually control you. So you are only as free as they want you to be. So it's not really freedom, it's the illusion of freedom. So you're not free. There are a lot of things that are being done to sentient beings that are not good. Right? A lot of things that are being done. Yo, A lot of things that are being done to sentient beings that are not good, that are not good at all. That should tell you something. So if you live in truth the whole time, when you encounter a situation, you ask yourself different questions about it. Like you won't be easy to fool. So you might find that in the afterlife, when you meet these archons, you'll be able to see that they're not real. They're not what they're saying they are. Even if they make you feel love, you feeling love shouldn't mean that these archons are good because they make you feel love. We already know in this realm that some of the people that we love, in fact, most of the people that we love, like people that we truly admire in this world, some of the most attractive people that you can meet, they don't really care about you, right? Find out there's a girl in your high school that you liked, you couldn't sleep thinking about her every day. You feel genuine love when you see her. She doesn't even know you exist. When you greet her, she does this. And if something happened, and everyone, like something good happens, and now you have money, now she comes to you, and she's smiling, and makes you feel like she loves you, she notices you, and you fall for that. It's the same way that these archons will treat you. Sure. So it's the same way that these archons will treat you, right? They just make you feel love. Like, I never felt this amount of love before, You're like, yeah, of course. They wouldn't really explain much to you. They will just make you feel love. So there's a lot that's going on in this reality. If you don't live in truth, I do believe that you are in danger. But if you live in truth, yeah, the dangers of living in truth is that it's gonna be hard for you to feel genuine happiness, because you already know that things are not good. You're not actually having a positive experience, right? You can see that everything is predicated upon something bad, right? Everything good is predicated upon something bad, and everything bad is predicated upon something bad, because this is a negative experience. If someone becomes a thief because their needs are not met, maybe they grew up in a family where they wanted things that they couldn't get, they can't find a job, you know what I'm saying? You're like, that's bad, and then they decide to do something that's bad because of that. You see? I've made videos explaining why I think whatever created this world is evil. The reason why I made those videos was to try to show those who believe in God that if God actually did exist, He wouldn't be good. He wouldn't be having good intentions at all. If I created artificial intelligence and my intention was to use it as a weapon, Just because I created it doesn't mean that I'm good, right? Is this one of the biggest mistakes that religious people make? So I want to use it as a weapon, so that means I'm not good. Unless I'm just trying to protect myself. But if I just want to use it as a weapon to attack people for greed maybe, then I'm not good. So having the power to create life doesn't mean that you're good. Having power doesn't mean that you're good. In fact, most people who have power are not good. Because they don't have to be. You know, a lot of people are only good because they have to be. That's what's crazy. A lot of people are nice because they have to be. This reminds me of this scene from the TV series. Is it the Fresh Prince of Ble? Starring Will Smith. Is it the Fresh Prince of Ble? Something like that. Fresh Prince of Ble. That's like some of his best work, really. Like he was killing it in that series. He was killing it, bro. So yeah, they had this guy who was doing the house chores and everything. They decided to perform a prank where they made him like they made him think that he won the lottery, and he believed that. He bought it. He thought he won the lottery, and he started to change. Like he was not nice anymore, right? Because he won the lottery. Like he became disrespectful because he won. Why was he changing? Why did he become disrespectful? It's because he didn't need to be good anymore. He didn't need to be this humble guy anymore. A lot of people do say that if they won the lottery, they would say something messed up to their boss. When they're in a relationship with a person and they find someone else, they start being mean to you. It's like they don't want you anymore. Like you have found someone better, so I can be mean to you. I can say messed up things to you because I found someone better. You see? So people are good. Most people are good because they have to be good, not because they're actually good. So that's why when people start succeeding and things start working out in their life, you find that they're no longer good. They're no longer as kind as they used to be. It's not because they changed. No, they didn't actually change. They're showing you their true colors. They were showing you that they were only kind because they needed you. They were only humble because they needed you. So the people who are truly good are the people who have power, who have nothing to gain by doing something good, and they still do it. Like they don't need it to be good. You understand? They're just good. They just want to do good. These are the people that you can say are good. This is a hell room, man. This shouldn't even be up for debate. It isn't something that we should be debating about as people. We should only be trying to debate about how we can cope better. Like what kind of laws should be allowed in order to make things better. Make sure that people are still free, you know, that as autonomous as they can be, that as free as they can be, you know. Because in a room like this, in a room where there's different people, we can't have the same values. So how do we make sure that we exist together even if we do not have the same value? value alignment problem is a real problem. People do not have the same values. I was watching this Christian lady channel. She's South African. She's totally against women. I don't know, like just women just having fun in the way that they want to have fun. Like she's a Christian. If for example a woman goes out drinking, like to her that's bad. So I'm asking myself, if someone like that became president of our country, they wouldn't want people to be free, and they will feel justified because they're doing it for God. Be like, okay, we don't allow women in clubs. Like she will become that kind of person. You become a dictator without even realizing it, and a lot of people will not be able to be themselves, to express themselves the way that they want to express themselves because of what she believes, right? So that's what I mean by value alignment problem. We don't have the same values. In her world, it's bad for a woman to go out and drink, and that's what's true in her world. And she's not gonna go out and drink. That's good, and she's gonna have opinions about women who drink. That's good, but can you imagine if, because of what she believes, everyone said, like those who have power said, women can't go out and drink? It's like, no, that's value alignment problem now, because they want to go out and drink. That's how they want to live their lives. At the end of the day, whether you think it's good or bad is irrelevant. It's how they want to live their lives. You don't know what they came on earth to do, right? So how do we make sure that we are free? We're as free as we can be as a society to express ourselves the way that we want to express ourselves. How do we make sure that we're as autonomous as we can be? You know what I'm saying? That's what's going to make our experience a little better. And that's what we want. But to say this is not a hell room, even if everything points to this being a hell room, I don't know. Yeah, it's hard, man, to function if all you are seeing is negativity everywhere you go, because you are so conscious that you are seeing where everything is predicated upon. You know what I'm saying? Like I told you, everything is predicated upon evil. So you are able to see that. So even the things that seem good, you will be able to see that, no, that's bad. Right? Like, people can't lie to you. I keep on telling you that everyone is wearing a mask, right? Everyone is trying to make themselves look better than they are. That's why people wear makeup. No one is going out trying to look bad unless maybe it's Halloween night. You know what I'm saying? Like, someone's like, yeah, or they're acting, but they're benefiting from that. But in general, people want to make themselves look good. When people go out, they'll make sure they look as good as they can look. When they talk to other people, they make sure they say things that will make them look good. People don't want to say things that will make them look bad. If you say things that make you look bad, people might even think that you're crazy, even if you're telling them the truth, right? In fact, being a truthful person makes it seem like there's something wrong with you. Like being very truthful. It's like you this world is like, to play this game of life, you have to just be a good liar. Like, it's about who can lie better than others. That's it. If you can be a good liar, convince people that you are a good person and they should love you, convince people that you're cool, you deserve to be loved by everyone and all that, like you're gonna have a nice time. So the good things about this world are based off a lie. So the best liars are the ones who win. The problem with lying is that you end up believing your own lies. You end up forgetting that you're lying. Like, you can play a role and you end up identifying with that role. You end up forgetting that you were just playing a role. And it becomes who you are. So now, because you are living a lie, the truth it's still going to prevail in the end because it's the truth. Like you could never lie forever. It doesn't happen. The truth will always prevail. And you'll be disappointed in the end. And in this kind of world, you being disappointed is you coming back. And even if you liked it the first time, it doesn't mean that you will always love it. You know? You might come back in someone else. So maybe you were born in a rich family, you were treated well, protected from some truth, and you were good the whole time, and you enjoyed your experience here. Then they trick you to coming back, and then you come back as someone poor, as the opposite of what you were, and you have a hellish experience. And you still don't wake up. You still don't realize that, okay, it's a hell room. And then you come back again, and you come back again. It does feel like we do have a choice. It does feel like we do have a choice. It's just that we know nothing, and I think that's the reason why we must know nothing, you know, because it's weird. I'm telling you that I don't think life started when we became conscious here. Like no, something wiped off our memory, and you can see that even when you dream. You know what I'm saying? You forget your dreams. Why do you forget your dreams? Like, doesn't that tell you something? Like, it should be obvious that you've existed before, you just forgot, because you already have proof that you forget. Why do you forget your dreams? Tell me, why do you forget your dreams? Did you forget what you did yesterday? Nope. But you forget your dreams. Did you forget the movie that you watched? What happened in the movie that you watched that you were paying attention to? You didn't forget, but you forget your dreams. You just wake up and be like, what the fuck did I dream about? You don't even remember 1% of what you dreamt about. That does happen. Why? Doesn't that also tell you that you can, like, the Mumuru wipe thing is real? Like, you can't tell me this is where it all started. Like, no, it does show this is not where it all started. If it was where it all started, you'd have a lot of answers. Like, there would be a lot of signs that this is really where it all started. You don't have that. It's just, it feels weird. All of it feels weird. It feels like you've been here for a very long time. That's why it's like this. That's why it's complicated. Things are complicated. That's why we are operating at a technological level that we're operating on. That's why there are not that many glitches. If this was still new, there would be too many glitches. It's like in your dreams, there's too many glitches, right? But there ain't that many glitches. Shouldn't that be telling you something? As I get older, it becomes more and more obvious to me that this is not my first time here. Not here specifically, but this is not my first time being, like, existing. Like, I was born and that's where it started. Like, no. I've existed forever, actually. How did I end up here? I was tricked. I made a stupid decision and I found myself here. That's what I think. I think I was tricked. I don't think I chose to be here because there's nothing that I'm actually learning. You know, what I'm learning basically is to not trust. You know what I'm saying? Is to escape, basically. Like, how do I set myself free? How do I make sure that I'm not being manipulated? How do I see things as they are? How do I see beyond the veil? That's it. That's what I'm learning. And if you are learning that in a place that you find yourself in, it means it's a prison. If that's what you're learning. If you are in a prison and you are learning how to escape, it's a prison. You're not learning how to escape because that was the point. No. You're learning how to escape because you want to escape. It's not like you're put there to learn how to escape. We are being fooled on so many different levels, bro. The fact that we're not even being told the simplest truth, like we just don't know anything, bro. It sucks. It tells you something. You don't know if some people are not NPCs here. You know, some people commit horrible crimes. You know, you're like, damn, that's not. Come on, man. You can't be real. You can't be a human being with a mind that actually works and you commit that kind of crime. Maybe you're just a machine. And I'm being fooled here because like when I look at you, I see another human, but you're not. You don't have a soul. You don't have consciousness. You're just a machine, but you look like a human. And we can say that 50 years from now, they will actually be able to create robots that look like humans for real. Like you won't be able, like, bro, like look at where AI is right now. Like if there are videos that AI can make that seem real, and if that is possible, ask yourself what they can do already. If they're giving us this kind of technology where you can create something that really looks real, tell me, what do you think is already possible right now? You mean to tell me this is the best that they have? This is the best technology that they have? Obviously they're on another level. Even with like creating actual robots that look like humans, they're on another level. Obviously they can create masks that people can wear. We've had a lot of celebrities saying some celebrities are playing different roles, right? It's not like it's one person. So people be like, what about their height? They're operating on like that. The technological level that they're operating on is next level. Maybe they can even adjust someone's height. Who knows? We're too damn limited to even understand what is possible. And what we're already being shown is possible is supposed to be impossible. So that means that the impossible is already possible. You understand? So there's so much that we don't know. You might find that the people that you think are your friends, they were just sent in your life to just to monitor you, basically. They're told exactly what to do. They're told to follow a script. You don't know that. Maybe your girlfriend, you know, like in the TV series, what is it called? What Black, Orphan Black, where they clone this girl. You know, so there were several clones of her living in different cities, in different towns. And I don't know why they were cloning that girl, but they made sure that each and every clone had a handler, right? Someone who was told what to say, how to treat, you know, someone who would need to report back to the people who cloned that girl. You know, you never know, bro. You never know. In fact, because you never know what the heck is really going on, you're free to believe anything. That's why when someone tells me that they think, you know, most of the people here are NPCs, be like, yeah, what should you believe? If someone tells me they think we're in a simulation, like, yeah, what should you believe? If someone tells me that this is a dream, yeah, what should you believe? If someone says they believe in Jehovah, whatever, you know, like, what should you believe? At the end of the day, I'm just going to tell you that based on what I've read about Jehovah, I don't think dude is good. I don't think they do this good. But what should you believe is a very important question. What should you actually believe? A lot of people are not as happy as they claim to be. Like, their lives are much more horrible than they actually make it seem. A lot of people are suffering, but we're just playing a game. A lot of relationships that you see they're not as good as you think. Like, couples will only show you the best parts, and then they'll show you the worst parts after the relationship has ended. I always give you this example about Papoose and Rema. When they were still dating, you'd think their relationship is perfect, and then after they break up, they tell you, like, they tell their fans, because everyone's trying to seem good. It's funny, actually. This reminds me of a scene from South Park. There's this episode that they did in 2021, 2022. I think they happen after COVID. So the kids have grown, right? The Catman, Kyle, like, they were grown. They were in their 40s, I think. So there was this. Stan's mother and sister died. Here's how they died. Stan's dad, he used to have this weed company called Integrity. He had a farm, actually. So he was selling weed. He called it Integrity. So, but everyone in his family didn't like that he was selling weed. He was making money, but they didn't like that. So Stan decided to ban the whole farm. But his sister was in the barn. So she died because he decided to ban the whole farm. And then his mother committed suicide because of that. So when they were older, everyone, like, they were in a nursing home, actually. Stan went to visit his dad. He has not seen his dad in 20 years. So he went to visit his dad in a nursing home. So so everyone was trying to explain, him and his father, Stan and his father were trying to explain what really happened, and they both saw themselves as victims in that situation. So what made me laugh was when Stan's dad was like, you guys are hearing this, right? It's like everyone is trying to show people that they are good. So Stan's dad is telling his side of his story, that no, I was not guilty of what happened, actually. Like, you guys can hear that I'm actually the good guy in this situation. And Stan was also trying to do the same thing. So that's what couples do after the breakup. It's like everyone is trying to make themselves look good. So they try to expose the other person, and then people take sides, you know? So the mom would be like, yeah, Papoose, you hated your gay son, you know, because he's gay. That is why you didn't like him, you know. That's why you only love your daughter, you know. And you keep on saying that you held me down. You didn't hold me down when I was in prison. I was the one who was paying for everything, even when I was in prison. You didn't have money. You're broke. Blah 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 blah. You know what I mean? And Papoose be like, yeah, she's a liar. You know, she cheated on me multiple times, and I kept on forgiving her. You know, so it's like, everyone wants people to think they're good, you know. It's weird. It's a weird thing. Like, I never understood that. It's like you've suffered in a relationship and you were pretending the whole time. So now you want to tell people the truth. That no, actually, here's how I was being treated in the relationship, and I'm the good guy. And it feels like it's how we are, all of us. Like, we want to seem good. We want to look like victims. Like, oh, the relationship didn't work out because of this person, and that person says the same thing. The relationship didn't work out because of this person. You get what I'm saying? People don't want to take accountability. You find that both Remy and Papoose are wrong, but they don't want to take accountability. Me, I actually prefer not saying anything. Like, it is what it is, man. Like, when a relationship is really over and you see that it's actually over, you just say no. You don't even say anything to that person. Just say goodbye. Like, we did try, you know. Here's what I liked about you, and here's what I thought of you. I don't know why it ended up this way, but it's life. It's destiny. We don't have control. We don't, like, you can't control what gets to happen, really, no matter how hard you try. Even if I treated you like a queen still I couldn't guarantee that you stay in my life and you'll be a good girlfriend and all that. Like, you never know what's gonna happen. It's things just happen. Like, we have little control over fate, basically. Little control. That's why it's best to just try to have fun. Sometimes this thing of trying to be too perfect, you just not have fun, miss out on a lot of things. You do also want to have fun in the hour room, and you can't be depressed 24/7. So you miss out on a lot of things, and then you still die in the end. There are people who try their best to. This reminds me of this. It's not a real story, but this Tonga comedian is the one who came up with this joke. He was like, "Yo, there's this guy who used to smoke a lot of cigarettes and drink alcohol a lot." So one of his family members said, "You know what? You like, if you save the money that you spend on alcohol, trust me, in 5 years you buy a very good car. If you save the money that you spend on cigarettes and alcohol, yeah, you buy a dope car." The guy listened and he was like, "You know what? Let me stop drinking and smoking." Then he bought a car. The same week, got involved in an accident and died. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can try to live a perfect life, but it still doesn't guarantee your safety. So maybe the best thing is to try to live in the moment and do what is exciting now without trying to think much about the future, without trying to punish yourself for the future, because you don't know what's going to happen in the future. I remember I watched this video on TikTok of this old lady. She was giving advice to young people. She was like, when I was growing up, I used to think that saving money was actually the best thing to do. You just save money that you're gonna spend later, but it isn't. Actually, do the most exciting things right now. Create memories. If you have money, go out, go to Cape Town, go to New York. You know what I mean? Like, try to experience life, basically. Try to experience life, because now I'm old and I'm like, I wish I went to this country. I can't now. I'm sick. I can't travel now. I can't do a lot of things now. Like, actually, to live life is to actually live life. Is to do things, have different experiences. Let your money work for you. Because you can save money and then you get old, and the money that you saved, yes, it will help you when you're older, but what are you going to do with it? Because, you're just going to buy food, sit in the house, watch TV. You know what I'm saying? Like, spend your money. Enjoy your money. Memories will last forever. You will have had the experiences that you wanted. You will have been to New York. You will have been to California. You will have been to the Caribbean, whatever, Zimbabwe, Nigeria. You know what I'm saying? You will have done a lot of things that a human being can do. You will have experienced a lot of things that a human being can experience. You see, without like limiting yourself. Because it can happen that you actually regret that later. This reminds me of this video that I watched on YouTube. It was of this Christian lady. She was, I don't know if she was giving a testimony or something, but she was in church. And she said, "I haven't had sex in like 10 years," or something like that. And then she dropped the mic and she ran. So it's like she was running, she was going somewhere to have sex or something. It's like she realized that she missed out. It's like she just got old without having sex because of her beliefs or whatever. It's like, what is being human all about, really? Like, why should you not experience orgasms? You know what I'm saying? You're a human. You're not. That can't be a sin, obviously. How can that be a sin if that's part of being a human? How can being part of being a human be a sin? It's like, experience what can be experienced. You're not sinning. You're not doing anything horrible, as long as you're not creating new people without a reason, basically. Because when people have sex, sometimes they do conceive. So yeah. But yeah, man, the dark side of living in truth is that you'd realize that everything is negative, everything. And that may stop you from doing a lot of what you want to do, You Like you might end up doing nothing basically, because if you see the truth about everything, you know. Like I keep on telling you that we don't live in a world that is good, but that seems bad. We live in a world that is bad, but that seems good. Meaning that the world is presented as if it's good, even though it's bad. And realizing that, yeah, that of course is gonna make it hard for you to cope. But after some time, you might learn to cope. After some time, because now you can handle the truth. The problem with the truth is that it's not easy to accept at first. That's the problem with the truth. It's not easy to accept at first. Like you will battle with it at first, right? But after some time you get to understand it and even accept it. Like, okay, this is the truth, this is reality. But at first you battle with it. It's the same as like if you go through a breakup, like it's gonna be hard for you to accept that the person doesn't love you anymore, the person that broke up with you, or the relationship cannot work anymore. It's gonna be hard for you to believe that. It's gonna be hard for you to accept it. Like you've been denied. You try your best, you fight for the relationship, but then slowly you will start to accept that, oh, it's really over, and realize that, yeah, it is over. You know, you just didn't want it to be. So yeah, I would say since I've started like really seeing things as they are, I've been able to feel better than when I first started to accept the way things are. Thank you all guys for watching this video until the end. Like, subscribe, tell me what you think in the comments, and share the video. Thank you.